Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Growing Up Kayfabe. We are the YEET and NO YEET of Wrestling Podcast, the Yes and No of Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Joe. With me, as always, every time, our co-host, best co-host in the goddamn world, Darnell.
Hold on. Gonna do something crazy. There's people out here being weird about it. It's funny. See? Why do people do that? I know it's to be funny, but it just looks fucking awful when you do it.
Well, are people doing this a lot now?
No, not a lot, but like they literally just do it just to like be a fuck when they're making videos. They're just like it's this way. Why are you doing that way? If you're gonna do that way, then just do this. Just go full Brit.
And that shit, you know, Punk and Drew made that shit cool. I'm just gonna say it. They really brought that. I mean, I know it was probably already cool to people, but now, like, when I see it, I'm like, that's fucking rad. Fuck you, pal. Fuck you 2 times.
It's just funny.
It was funny. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for joining us to talk some wrestling today. If you don't know, you're going to know now. We talk about the week in wrestling through WWE, Monday, Friday, a little bit of Tuesday. This week, we'll be talking about Wednesday Dynamite, as it was in Omaha, and I got to go see live Dynamite. Going to be a little bit of a longer show, so I appreciate you for sticking around. If you don't want to watch the entire episode, go down to the show notes down below, hit show more, boom, it's going to bring you to some timestamps. You can go to exactly what you want to listen to, what you want to hear us say, and you can just skip all the rest of the shit if you wanted to. But while you're down there doing that, hit the like button on your way back up, subscribe, stop in the comment section, say a little yeet, and it goes a long way for us. We appreciate it. Great way to stay in shape.
Fuck. Toast to that. I can't drink these anymore.
No.
Sucks dick.
No.
Fucking the amount of acid or whatever the fuck's in there.
My Shayla.
Fuck my stomach up.
Damn, really?
Yeah, it's been doing that for a while, but like that shit, I woke up and that shit just don't feel right.
Damn, I'm sorry, bud.
It's so ass that I have to give up all Arizona teas.
Dude, if the creator, if like the guy who owns Arizona heard this, he'd be like, we got to do something for this man. We got to make an Arizona that he can drink, because he's just like such a person who just like $1 Arizonas forever. It's like, I bet he would be like, we got a call to action on this.
Well, another side note is candy. Just like, hey, cool, it's dark chocolate and shit, no actual sugar. But why is the corner open?
Why is
and you have to unlock it, you have to rip it open, and this corner was done. Like,
I wouldn't trust the rest. I'd be like, what the fuck was that?
I kind of don't want to trust the rest, but
you bought it, so it's like,
it.
Yeah, I get it. Me and you would be in the same spot. I wouldn't trust it, but I'd be like, well, fuck. That's just one. So. Oh, shit.
Alright, now we can talk about wrestling.
Oh, yeah. I did want to say...
I know I just talked like fucking mushmouth, but
I caught it. I heard wrestling. Goddammit. I will say, though, I just wanted to, like, relate for a second to be like, my, like, reflux and stuff is so bad at this point, like, with spicy foods, that I got those new dill pickle flamin' hot Cheetos, because I was like, that's going to be awesome. I have to try... I ate one, my entire chest and belly started to heat up and, like, sting, and I was like, I can't eat these. This is done. GG. And I just fucking... It was like...
a birdie.
Yep. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Yep. 100%. All right. Yeah, let's talk some fucking wrestling. Let's start off the week as per normal. Yeah, because I'll just get into AEW once we hit Wednesday. But let's get into the week, starting off with Monday, and let's just talk right about it. I mean, there's a lot to talk about on Monday, but let's just get right into what we want to talk about. Ray Phoenix is coming, so no,
I mean, that is a good thing.
That is a good thing, yeah. I think he's coming on...
funny. It'll probably be like next week or something, but the fact that I saw reports saying like, oh, he got released finally. I was like, oh, cool, all right, whatever. I don't know if these are true or not.
Yeah.
Only to just be like, oh, we got video packages ready. We've been ready for this man for so long because Tony wanted to be a fuck.
I wonder, because I thought, and I think he's coming to Smackdown, it looks like. I thought the Smoke video package was him. It's like because I was like, I don't know, looking too deep into it. I was like, oh, it must be like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, I get it. And then I was like, and then they showed the other vignette, and I'm like, oh no, that's him. So who's the other guy? And people are thinking it's still gonna be Aleister Black, and I'm like, I don't know, Aleister Black's coming back. I don't know. Maybe.
Have his what show is his promos on?
Friday.
Or at least that smoke shit.
Yeah, it was on Friday.
It was Fridays, then yeah, because apparently they like to keep the couples together on shows. So
Battery
Zelina's
low.
on SmackDown, so it would make sense that he would be on SmackDown too. Because it's smart if y'all motherfuckers are all freaking married and or dating and everything. It kind of would be better for
Charging battery.
everyone to be able to still travel together, not putting strain on relationships and shit. So it's like it's smart that they do that now.
Yeah, and now that you say it that way, I'm like, okay, I can see that. That makes sense then. And I do always forget that him and Zelina are together. What a lucky guy. Also, let's talk about with some of the heat that everybody was given for Monday, which is the Jey Uso squashing
that
Austin Theory. So
that was so surprising.
Apparently, it was supposed to be an 8-man like multi-spot match, but the John Cena promo cut it extreme. He pulled a Dwayne. He cut that shit hella short. But what I don't understand is like out of everybody in the show, like Jey Uso's he's your main event. Like he's your guy. He's gonna be your champion after WrestleMania. Don't you just want to cut somebody else's shit? Why'd you cut Jay's? Like, just it was kind of. I'm sure Rikishi right now is somewhere screaming in his podcast room.
To me, it's fine because he needs some more build. Like him and Gunter both need some build before their match. Like besides Gunter always interrupting and getting into Jay's shit and trying to choke him out all the time.
Yeah.
Like they need build matches where they look strong. And usually you would think, oh, the squash match is definitely going to go Gunter. The fact that it was Jay doing it, that made it more surprising. But what takes away from it the most is the fact that he fucked up that spot going over the ropes. That's what everyone started talking about more than the actual squash. It's just like, oh, he fucked up that jump. Only for Jimmy to literally do it like 17,000 times better on fucking Friday when his tag match. It was like he cleared the fuck out of those ropes.
Yeah, he did. You know for sure he called him up that night. He's like, hey, Oos, you see when I did it? It was pretty good, huh?
And then it was great because this is how I know Jimmy, not Jimmy, but Jay, both of them, the whole fucking family. They grew up in a black household because Jay will not stop quoting fucking Friday movies. He's done it many times now. He fucking he reposted the botch, and he's like, you know what? Play us fuck up. I'll do it better next week on Monday. And it's just like, yeah, that's next Friday.
Yeah.
When Day had his shirt inside out.
Yes.
Did another one. So it was just like, at least he definitely acknowledged it and everything. And it's just like, cool, we can just move past it. And it wasn't that serious.
No.
But everyone's just like, spending 8 minutes yeeting with the crowd. He ain't got no gas tank no more. He gets out there and he's too tired. He's like, shut the fuck up. All right, damn, it is not that serious, man.
So many people have fucked up that spot. Like it's a spot that really they shouldn't even do anymore because who gives a fuck about the suicide dive anymore? But like, yeah, and it's really all just like very high risk, little reward. Like so, yeah, people who are freaking. That's how you can tell people are just looking to jump on Jay because you're like, dude, how many people have you seen fuck that up? Jay's the one. Shut the fuck up. Damien literally got caught in the fucking ropes. Like, shut the fuck up.
But that whole night was bad for the ropes.
Really bad night for the ropes.
They had like 3 different. They had 3 matches where motherfuckers was getting fucked up by the ropes. AJ, Jade, and Damien. Damien's was the worst though because bro like literally got tangled. Could have cracked his head open on the fucking ground.
For sure. Yup. Could have fucking busted his ankle and leg up pretty bad.
Yeah, bro, and he's tall, so it definitely would have been worse. That was a bad moment.
And nobody fixed those ropes. It was a real fucking Bret Hart night or Owen Hart night all over again. Jesus Christ.
I mean, the only person who actually did something about it was AJ during his match. Like before the match started, he's like, "Yo, wipe the ropes down" or something.
Yeah, I remember that. He was pointing at him. Let's see the another attack from Grande. I want to kill myself saying that name. Grande Americano. Or Americano Grande.
Good coffee.
It's going to grow on me. The more it gets like seriously said and everything, the more I'm going to be like, that's fucking great. Whatever. If it gets over with the crowd, I'll be down. But I love the back and forth between like the commentators, like how well they're selling it. Cause it's just like, obviously fucking Chad Gable, and it's like he's doing so many suplexes. He's just doing it, and then like Michael Cole's like, who else does suplexes like that? And I think it was Wade Barrett on Monday this week, I think so. It might have been Corey, but either way, whoever it was, I think it was Corey. But anyway, he's like, they're like, nah, man. I mean, a lot of people do suplexes. It could be. What I know is that the security needs to get on this guy. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I would appreciate it more, but it just reminds me of that Hulk Hogan bullshit. Did the same exact shit, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, bro. I don't care about this now. I was
just gonna say too that it literally this seems like a Vince McMahon thing. Like this definitely seems like something Vince like has done and would do over and over again. Just something about it, maybe just because we know it's not Vince, although it's still cheesy, it's better just because it's like, I don't know, just being done better. Like Vince would never do this. He would have a lie detector test in the middle of the ring with Hulk Hogan, and it would take up 30 minutes, and it would be stupid. And then like instead we're getting like Chad Gable coming out suplexing motherfuckers in a mask, and I'm like, at least we got that. At least. I just saw a flash on your face, and I'm like, did you just get fucking Men in Black?
No. What do you call it? For whatever reason, they have drops for Assassin's Creed. So I just put on a fucking stream.
Fair enough. Smart. Another takeaway from Monday. Fuck yeah. The Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, and then also Penta versus Ludwig Kaiser. Both fucking classics. Both great matches. Exactly how we thought that was going to go. Nobody thought, I don't know, like Finn was going to take the title and face Ludwig.
I forgot that. For some reason, I felt like that Ludwig match was on a pay-per-view for some reason.
Oh, really?
I was like, they had him. Oh, yeah, because then after that, his accent got in the way, and he couldn't say Intercontinental. He just said Continental, and then people started making AEW jokes. And I was just like,
guys. Yeah. The more of a divide between Judgment Day. Now it's the classic Judgment Day thing where like they're trying to get involved with Finn's matches. Finn's like, what the fuck are you doing? And Dom's like, we're helping. We're fucking helping you. And I'm like, I've seen this before. Okay.
Yeah, this is literally what Damian did to Finn while he had the fucking briefcase.
Yeah. This is
all over again. He's just like, bro, come on.
Exactly how we thought it would go. Now we're gonna get Penta versus Bron. I think on like next week, I think, or like tomorrow on Monday, or maybe if not the next one. I don't think that's gonna be a Mania match, although it could be if they wanted to drag that out, but it's too far out, I think, at this point.
It should be. If anything, what's gonna happen is if they do have that match tomorrow, it'll probably be Ludwig getting involved in causing disqualification.
Yeah.
And then they could just drag it that way because then they'll be like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. Then I want a match with Ludwig, even though he fucking lost his last match. Whatever, bro.
Yeah.
And then there's fucking Penta might get involved with that. And they're like, oh, there we go. Triple threat.
Mania,
just like, okay.
I wonder if Dom's going to get involved at all. I like the tease they did last week of him grabbing the belt and holding it like how Eddie did when he was like holding it and like teasing with it and being like, look at this, like, and he held it the same way. So like they're purposely doing these teases now, and I'm like, well, I mean, I want Dom as IC.
Fuck the IC. We're actually not have him win the IC, but also have him win Money in the Bank.
Fuck yeah, yeah.
Money in the Bank Dom will be hilarious because he's gonna be out there way too often, all the fucking time. Especially if Jay wins, like they've already had their problems plenty of times.
Yeah.
Mainly just stemming from fucking him like in Rhea. I'm pretty glad that they did like dead that whole storyline.
Yeah.
Like between him and Rhea. So it'll just be funny. He's just like, yeah, remember all those times, bro? Remember that? Tell mom you said hi. Yeah, remember that? Yeah, no, fuck all that shit.
I saw that clip the other day.
I'm gonna be out here every night for you just to fuck you over.
I'm gonna be eating chicken tendies over here at the commentary stand. I'm gonna be watching you, bro. Just throwing fucking chicken tendies into the ring. Jay's like, the fuck?
That would be pretty funny. But that also would probably incite the crowd to do the same. And then you gotta crack some skulls in the crowd.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I saw that clip the other day of when he was like when Rhea first became single in the show, and I kind of agree with Rikishi now in that moment when Rikishi, because like that wasn't like off, like Jade wasn't like, I got an idea, let me go up to Damien and fucking say that I'm like interested in Rhea. Like, no, somebody wrote that for Jay, and then like if he spiced it up, he spiced it up, but that was a segment they wrote for him, and Jay's a team player, so he's like, for sure, I'll go out there and I'll say that. And I'm like
those seeds were planted when before he even got to Raw.
That's true.
Which is crazy. He was still in the bloodline when all that shit started between them. So it's like it made sense for them to do callbacks for it and everything, but at the same time, like for once, him having to get involved with bloodline shit again, it kind of saved his ass, because then it just would have been weird.
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep, I agree. The contract signing between Bianca and EO. I mean, it's a legal binding contract. Rhea's name's on it now. I don't know what to say. And also, she did the thing. She put a bitch on a table and put a bitch through that bitch on the table. Like, contract signing's done. The table
unfortunately did not break.
Yeah, so that was crazy.
It didn't matter at all. It was just her being in the way.
Yeah, Adam comes out and he's like, Rhea, I've looked over some fine print, and it looks like here that this would be legal binding if you broke the table, but you didn't. So we just got a new contract, and we're gonna have them sign it. Yeah,
my favorite thing about them, her doing that shit is not everyone, but a lot of people just like, oh my god, she doesn't need to fucking be here for any of this anymore. She's just forcing her way in, and then immediately someone just like, it was cool when John Cena did it. It was cool when such did it. And it was like, nah, it probably wasn't back then, but it was John Cena. Who the fuck's gonna tell him no at that point?
Right.
Like, well, bro could literally do what the fuck he wanted.
And she definitely doesn't have that same type of star power at that level, but she is the I don't know, man. I'm gonna say this, but I'm somebody who gives credit where credit's due as always, and it's like, I was gonna say that Rhea's like definitely their top female star on the entire roster, but Liv, man, like,
yeah, it's really Liv, and people just don't want to admit it.
Yeah, dude.
And it's, as much as I don't agree with fucking wrestling Twitter, or is what it's really called, the IWC, and I was just like, that's weird, but whatever. What do you call it? That after Monday, I was seeing tweets, people just like, all right, I'm apologizing to the Liv fans. I understand now. I get it. I see why y'all were getting pissy, and it's just like, yeah, because she's literally just there all the time. Like, not any time. It was never Liv being the aggressor. She was the aggressor when she took her out with that Looney Tune shit with the chair. Absolutely. Took the belt from her after that. Took Dom. But from that point forward on, it was always Rhea interrupting. She just randomly, her music hit, and they're just like, bro, leave me alone. God damn.
Takes you to the end of the earth, you little fucking shit.
Yeah, literally. And it's just like, and now people understand, and they're like, oh, okay, I see why y'all were getting pissy all the time. And it's like, yeah, she needs a real vacation, bro. She needs to go be with her husband for like, I told one of my friends on Facebook, I was like, bro, she just have her come back after Mania. Like, have her come after Mania, have her win Money in the Bank. And since she has a problem with everybody on Raw, basically, right. On SmackDown, she can, if she basically just has Tiffany over there, really.
Yeah.
But like, she could just have Money in the Bank and just terrorize both shows, and not just have it be a one show thing, and she's always fucking with Liv or whoever wins between Bianca and Io.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, just have her she was the Terror Twin. Bro, just literally have her on both shows, just always fucking with people. And it's just like she, like, just don't, not even like come out, just have her music hit. They're gonna stop those title matches. They're gonna be like, yeah, oh shit, Rhea's here. Rhea becomes Debo, bro.
Put your titles away.
Yeah, literally, Rhea becomes fucking Debo, and it'll be hilarious. That'll be the best way, because motherfuckers need to learn how to take vacations. Y'all always put motherfuckers down our throats all the time. It's just like, oh my god, bro, just for a little bit, man. We're not saying hang the bitch up for 6 months, but
like maybe just like vacation,
like a month and a half. Just nice.
Month and a half.
That gives you time to recharge, and if you got problems, you can heal stuff.
Yeah,
you'll be alright, bro.
I completely agree. I mean, that's also shown with Rhea losing the title. They already know this about her. It's the same with Liv. They have that equal star power in that sense where it's like they don't need a title. You can do whatever you want with them, and people will pretty much enjoy whatever the program is. So if Rhea doesn't have title, if she's gone, she comes back. It genuinely doesn't matter. She'll still get the same pop. She'll still get the same. And I like those plans. Money in the Bank makes a lot of sense for her. Gives her a little bit more of an open window for everything. I think that everybody, like, I thought everybody knew that this is what was going to happen for Mania. Like, once Bianca got involved and everything, like, everybody was like, or Io got involved, everybody was like, okay, so it's going to be a triple threat then. So it's probably just going to end up being triple threat. And I don't see Rhea winning, though, at Mania. I think you're right in that sense where I think she goes to Mania, but I think she loses, and then she's gone until, like, hopefully after Backlash, hopefully. Because I don't see her wanting to go to... I forget. I think it's like St. Louis for Backlash or whatever, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I could see her being like, "No, I'm just gonna go home and hang out for 2 months after that."
Yeah, and that would be hanging her head down in defeat.
Yeah.
Like, I need some time off type shit.
Yeah.
One thing, another thing that because I was talking to another friend about like Rhea being involved. He's like an OG wrestling fan, so he was just like, yeah, she has a star power. Bianca and Io. Well, he said Bianca has it, but Io really doesn't. And I'm pretty sure I said like in the fucking comment, I'm like, this is all Rhea's fault to begin with, because she got involved with Io and Liv's qualifier match, which cost Io the match, which made her feel like shit, and gave her the fucking title shot. If you didn't do any of that shit, you wouldn't be in this situation. This is your fault. Stay out of it, bro.
Yeah.
you fucked your chances up.
It's true. I'll say this too. She was on I think it was Not Sam. I think she was up for the Raw recap, and she was doing a phone interview, but she doesn't sound into it at all. She doesn't sound into this story at all. Like when Liv's doing like interview work and shit like that, you know, she like, even if she's like out of character, she like breaks into it real quick. She'll be like, well, you know, Daddy Dom and I, blah blah blah, and they'll be like, oh, okay, she can go in and out. Rhea's just like, yeah, I think that you know, it was my fault that I did this, and I'm like, this is a fucking sports interview, bitch. Get into character. What are you doing? And it's like at the end, you know, then at the end of her interview, she always pulls it out. She's like, cause I'm Rhea bloody Ripley, and I'm like, okay, well, you didn't really sell the match at all, so that's cool. I don't think she cares. I think you're onto something. I think she loses that Mania, and then she's just like, fuck, I'm done for right now. This whole fucking thing sucks.
And actually make it even worse. Like, have her come back and just be the silent killer. She doesn't talk. She just comes in, beats your ass, and leaves. No music hit, nothing. Backstage attacks. Literally just start terrorizing everybody. Because the whole I can't have friends thing, it's like, oh, that's perfect. You just made the emo chick emo.
Do you think that something, I'm just wondering this, if she were to leave and come back, I think that, I mean, they don't have to change any look for her, but I think it'd be sick if she came back with like the slick back hair again. And everybody be like, oh shit, she might be on some emo shit right now. You're like,
yeah, it would be. Relax on the white powder and makeup too.
Yes.
She be looking like a ghost. So we need y'all to relax on that.
It's crazy too, because you see her with just like regular makeup on, and you're like, you look so pretty. And then
you look normal.
Yeah. I'm like, you could do that in the ring and we would still be like, nice. Like, it would still be matter of fact, you used to when we were like, nice. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this too. I'm looking at a still of her right now through the video, but I'm like, I like this too, but you know, you don't always have to do this. Yeah. I do like just before we move on to the last part of Raw, I do like when she's backstage with Adam and she's like, it's a document. He goes, Rhea, it's like talking to a child. I'm like, it's so funny.
Yeah, literally.
Because he's just.
And he even did the back and forth. He's like, give me the contract. No, give me the contract. No, give me the contract. It's like, nigga, I'm your boss. Give me the motherfucking paper, bitch. The fuck?
Or you're fired. How about that? Fuck.
I ain't even fired you. I'm just firing your ass.
What's also funny is what I didn't like about the back and forth is how she ends up being like, she's like, no, but she still gives it to him anyway. She's like, you want the contract? Bang. I'm like, okay. Well, I mean, you just gave him what he wanted, so. Put me in the match. He's like, no. And then, of course, the man that
took talk about the mic god himself.
Who?
John Cena.
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought that was a misdirect. I was like, oh, who am I missing here? yeah, man, the promo that I've listened to at least over 20 times in this past week, the promo that I've watched at least 10 times, John Cena with his heel promo. Let's fucking talk about it.
That wasn't a heel promo.
You're right.
That was 20 years of pent up frustration and being tired.
Loved every second of it.
That was Hip's pipe bomb moment.
Yeah, for real, it was. I think it literally like just completely outdid everybody's standards. It's almost as if they listened to what everybody was thinking that they were going to get, and in like a Vince McMahon way, they were like, we're not going to give them any of that. But instead of making it like, we're just going to do what we think is right, they were like, no. Just put a spin on this shit. And when John first came out, when he first walked out there, I disagree with fucking Bubba Ray. Fucking Bubba Ray saying like, there was no initial cheer. They all booed immediately. I'm like, wrong. It's on YouTube. His music hits and everybody goes, ah, but then they remember and they're like, oh shit, that's right. Fuck you. Because why wouldn't you be excited? You just heard John Cena's music. You're in fucking, where were they at? Belgium? Like, come on.
No.
Of course they cheered first, but then they went right to booze. Honestly,
Bubba's starting to get real close to being like Vince Russo and just being bitter about it. And this nigga works for WWE. And he's just starting to sound real bitter all the time.
It's true.
He's like, hey, I'm gonna need you to just shut up a little bit sometimes. But whatever.
Calm down a little bit, dude. Like, fucking dial it back.
Yeah. But yeah. He John definitely hit the nail on the head when he was just like, oh, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get it? What are we gonna get? And I was just like, yep, this is exactly what the fuck y'all people are like all the time.
Yeah.
No matter what's going on. And then of course when y'all don't get something y'all get, or you get to, you want more. And it's just like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all are fucking crazy.
And now one of you sons of bitches asked me how I felt. Like, dude, when he said that, I was like, I don't think I know how to get in contact with you like that, but I mean, I didn't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John.
Like, I don't give a fuck about people's feelings majority of the time when, like, you do the whole small talk thing. Like, other people, they'll ask you, like, oh, how are you doing? I don't ever ask how they're doing, like, ever. And I know I do it, and I just don't correct it. For him, I definitely, like, yo, like, how you feeling, bro? Because you do this shit, you've been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And the whole thing with how you interact with fans to begin with, that's a lot to deal with. Even in the bad situations, I was just like, nah, bro, couldn't do it. I would have snapped by then. Especially that dude who was just like following him around but not talking and just filming him.
Yeah.
And like he was like, you could like obviously you could tell he was getting like starting to get a little upset, but like he could have just like been like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
Jesus, say something.
I was just like, let's scam.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you doing, man?
Crazy. Yeah, he's dealt with some real fucking shitty fucking fans, that's for sure. The shock that I got when he came out with the music, you know, and he came out with the gear, I was like, okay. And then I liked it. I liked that he slow walked, because I think you and a lot of people brought that up. You and my podcast Tribal Chief, Sam Roberts, brought that up, saying that he's gonna slow walk that shit. Like they ain't no more run into the fucking ring. He's like, nah, fuck you guys, I'm taking my time now. And I thought that really worked, and I still wanted new until the moment when he said, you don't get new music. That is my voice on that track. I made that. And you don't get new gear because I don't dress like you idiots. You dress like me. And I'm like, oh, nope. There you go. And that's how you don't have, and he just showed him. He's like, now you guys don't have to make any new merch or anything like that. We can just keep doing what we're doing and call it a day. And I'm like, fucking genius. So smart.
I still find it funny that was basically the real reason why Vince didn't turn him heel when he said, I'm not doing the Make-A-Wish, I'm not doing anything else anymore. Niggas saw all that money going away.
Oh yeah.
He's like, all right, never mind. Don't do it. It's just like, you
piece
greedy
of fuck.
bitch.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too is that he's apparently still doing Make-A-Wish. They said that was just a work. Like I'm like, that's so funny. He's gonna call every kid a fucking worthless piece of shit in a toxic relationship, and then go backstage and be like, nice to meet you, kid. It's great. I'm like, what?
Hey, you're dying, by the way. I don't know if they told you that, but I'm here to tell you that. Yeah. That's the reason you're seeing me right now.
Yeah, you can see me, right? You better say you can see me. I don't want to hear some shit about you can't see me.
You really ain't go see me.
Yeah, for real.
I'm taking your eyes.
I'll pull the plug. I'll pull the plug right fucking now. Yeah, every word in his promo was just a bar, and I'm loving immediately, just like with many of these characters, as it happens with KO, Solo, Thanos, immediately now it's all John Cena's justified. And I'm like, yeah, he's the most justified. 100%.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely.
And one thing that I had tweeted about, because I was thinking about it, because I'm like, I can't really say I'm in the Cena Nation, because even he was just like, yeah, even the motherfuckers who were cheering for me, like, still fuck you too.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, you know what? I took such a hiatus from wrestling that I didn't get to really see the whole, like, all of fucking what do you call it? Yeah, Super Cena. I really did. I saw like caught the beginning because of the whole Nexus shit.
Yeah.
But around that same time is when New Day came out, and I was like, fuck these niggas. I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So I literally did not watch from whenever they started. I think that was like 2010 to 2011. I had stopped watching wrestling from that point. And I was like, I get to bask in my own ignorance of not knowing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So people bring shit up, and I'm just like, okay, I wasn't watching at that time.
Yeah.
So sucks for you, bro.
When he brought that up, when he's like, and I started to win, and you guys, and I won a lot, and you guys hated me for it. And I was like, kind of similar to you. I'm like, well, actually, I was watching NXT for the first season. The Nexus came in, took over. I really didn't care for it at all, and I stopped watching. So, no, I didn't see that at all. I didn't give a fuck that you was winning. People told me you was winning all the time, but I was like, sounds right to me. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, I like that part too. Same. I'm like, I don't know. I completely skipped that era of you being Super Cena, and I came back when you were losing.
You were just dying all the time. I was like, because even when because I started watching wrestling again when he had that Austin Theory match at WrestleMania. They opened, and I was like, the fuck, John Cena just lost? I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. People had to be like, oh, that's his thing now.
Yeah, and then he gets destroyed by Solo, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here?
I thought you guys said he's winning all the time.
Yeah, it's like, this motherfucker's just getting his ass beat, but then as soon as they get on the mic, motherfuckers get buried, and it's just like, oh.
Destroyed.
That's what's going on.
100%.
Which brings me to Cody Rhodes. Cody didn't let him talk because he knew
smart.
They were he was about to light his ass the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was funny because then, of course, this is what made me tweet about basking my own ignorance. Somebody put a clip of the same John Cena doing the same thing to The Rock when they first started feuding. That's where he was talking his shit, he dropped the mic and left The Rock in the ring by himself. Actually, he didn't even drop the mic. He took the mic with him and still kept talking shit. And they're like, "Whoa, but it's okay when John does it." And it's just like, I mean, I didn't know that happened, so whatever.
I also forgot about that. Dang.
Actually, yeah, I didn't see any of the Rock matches. I didn't see a lot of shit.
I'll say this for what people talk about. I watched Rock Cena once on YouTube, and I was like, "That's a good match." Rock Cena one's pretty good. Yeah, the end where John Cena the John Cena breaking up with us is such a good like angle to go with it, where he's just like, I'm breaking up with you. I'm done. There's nothing you can say. I don't care about you anymore, and you don't matter to me. And he's like, and there's not a sound you can make or anything you can say, because you know I'm right, and you know that you are wrong. Fucking Cody comes out and dude, the crowd lost their fucking mind. I think it was like probably a really good moment for John to be like, outside kayfabe, him and them staring at each other, being like, this is pretty cool. Like, this is what they would do for me if I was babyface, but like they're doing it for you now. And it's really, really fucking cool. And I love the hints at fucking Cody. You're cheering for Cody now. Yes, of course. Your shiny new toy, because you're about to put this one out to pasture. And I'm like, dang, that is what we'd be doing to you guys, though. We'd be like, oh my god, you're so great. Okay, anyway, you're done now. Who's the next guy that I obsess over and cheer for? Just made so much sense.
That's why we got to cue in and bring back Ryback. Feed me more.
Ryback,
No. That's the thing. That's the crowd now. That's always been the crowd. It's always feed me more.
Feed me more.
Never satisfied. You fat agloostus gloop fucks. You just want more. You don't care where it's coming from or who it is. Yeah. As long as you got a name to cheer, a catchphrase to throw at motherfuckers, and merch to buy. You niggas are whores.
That's why
all of you
heel turns for these type of guys work out so well, because it's like I guarantee you, there's already a large number of Cody, non-Cody and Cody fans who are already wondering, like, who's gonna be the next guy already. Like, they're already thinking like that. And I'm like, just fucking, we don't even have we do have a guy, like, we always have to have a face of the company, but we got multiple guys. We got Roman, we got Cody, we got Seth, we got Punk for now. We get, like, chill. Like, we're good, homie. We got it. We got Drew. Come on, chill. Yeah, Cody coming out immediately with the fucking listen, kid, enough.
Right when he said that, I was like, "Oh, I just lost more respect for you, bro. You're sounding more and more childish to me ever since you got your big boy pants on and cursed and said fuck."
I like it. This is where we differ. It's like I love it when he does that shit, when he gets all fucking attitudey and all that. I'm like, oh, you tell him, Cody, because it's Cody. It's like, I know you can say more than that. I've watched your promos from AEW. I've watched your promos from New Japan. I know you can say some shit, dog, but he's just like, all I can do is this. I'm sorry. Enough. And, you know, of course, drop the occasional, I want to face this John Cena on the shirt, not this whiny bitch. Boom. Mic drop.
Yeah, and to me, it's just like, you want to fight the nigga on the shirt because he's weaker.
Fact.
You don't want the dude who doesn't care because he gonna actually beat your ass.
I don't know.
Simple as that.
He
doesn't have anything to lose anymore. He doesn't have to deal with the people. He can just fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be pretty.
I know. I agree with Cody. He at WrestleMania, he runs it through, he runs it over, and he retires it early. And I don't think that's actually gonna happen. I think Cena wins 17.
Yeah, because shout out to you know, his finisher needing to be done 3 times to actually win his matches.
Okay.
Shout out to Roman for exposing that.
That move sucks.
This shit don't finish nobody.
That move don't finish nobody. Looks over at Paul. What'd I say? That move don't finish nobody. Paul, fucking, I know my tribal chief. I know. Yeah, well, it finished you, bitch.
Yeah, after what? We
like
had
7 of them, by the way. He took like 7 crossovers.
7, you had John Cena get involved, you had The Undertaker get involved, you had a lot of stuff going on for you to actually lose that match there. So GG's in the chat.
GG's. Well, I was gonna say we can skip over Tuesday, but there are some things to mention, like Jordynne Grace coming out dressed like Patrick Starr was insane.
Bro, fucking love it, because she had just got those boots over the weekend and was practicing in them. I didn't expect her to immediately be fucking wearing them. So it's pretty funny that she did that, and then to fucking dress up like Patrick. It was just like, what?
Which is, you know, really fun. Even funnier is that I'm like, just to immediately get beat the fuck up by Jada, and I was like, nice, let's go.
Yeah, that, because more than likely she's losing that match to Stephanie, and then that gives her and Jordynne something to do afterwards.
Yeah,
it's just like, who the fuck is Jordynne gonna be going against? Because they're not squash matches, but it's kind of like, you know, she's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, they need to find a way to get her and Zarya into a program against each other, because that could be some banger matches that keeps them both busy for a while, and also takes Zarya out of this nothing tag team that she's doing with Sol Ruka.
I love them together. They're funny.
I'm assuming it's also a little bit of like how they did with Jade, or like, we're gonna partner you with somebody who's been here for a while, so that way you kind of get the feel of WWE style, and then we'll put you on your own shit.
Yeah, I say honestly, Stephanie wins both matches for this Tuesday coming up, just because it'll be funny, not because anything else. That's literally, I just want her to keep the just her first 2 title defenses. She wins both.
Yeah.
Back-to-back matches, and it's just like, okay, cool, whatever. And then she just dropped the North American title to who's it? Whatever chick she's fighting it from Fatal Attraction, or whatever the fuck their group is called.
Oh, JC Jane.
Names. Fatal Influence. There we go.
Yeah, Fatal Influence. JC Jane. Yeah.
Yeah, have her drop the title to her like the next week or something, but then have Jada finally step up and be like, nah, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just go after the next best thing right now.
Yeah.
And then she just go get the North American title. Because it's like, y'all have been fucking with Jada for the past year. We're putting her in all these title matches or tournaments, and she just doesn't win. It's just like, y'all are literally just using her as a name, as a stepping stone for everyone else. And it's like, I get that's how the business works, but it's like, come on, son.
Yeah, like she's clearly so much more. She's more over than Jordynne Grace, which is saying something. Like the crowd lost their mind when she fucking hypnoticed her up against the fucking like nobody was like boo that's heel shit. They were like that's my bitch. And also she just got her song fucking destroyed, but the crowd's getting it over. The crowd shouts out the NXT crowd. They're like we'll get this over. Don't worry. We'll figure out something to chant with it, and then we're good to go. And I'm like, good. Now her song is so generic, but it's good now.
Yeah, they I don't know what's going on with their whole deal with Def Rebel. It's like
yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
Like it's like y'all clearly know motherfuckers do not fuck with any of these songs except for like 4.
Yeah. Well, it's funny.
Get rid of them, please.
It's funny you say that 4 because it's like Fatal Influence comes together and their song's good. Like their song is actually pretty good as like an intro, especially for the 3 of them. And I'm like, I was like, ain't no way this is a Def Rebel song because it's good. And if it was, I'm like, yo, how come some people are getting really good music and then the other ones they're like, I don't know, we put Def Rebel on it and they fucked up. I don't know. Just stop giving them the reins.
It's just like y'all have. Trick is like the biggest example. Bro said, I want y'all to make it sound like this. It's the most simplest fucking beat in the world, and it's completely over. And definitely the crowd definitely helped with it big time.
Yeah.
But it's just like, this was simple and easy. Crowd got behind it, made it bigger. It's so big that his only appearance on the main roster, he came out and everyone was saying whoop that Trick. And it's like, you don't get that all the time when you bring NXT people up for anything, really.
Yeah.
It's more like Lyra Valkyria. Motherfuckers are just like, who's
it?
Oh, yeah, the woo, the how, yeah, okay, whatever. And they just kind of leave it at that. So,
yeah.
Y'all got way more misses than hits. Because, like, y'all biggest hit, Roman Reigns. Everybody does that shit. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, nobody hates the Roman Reigns entrance. Come on.
Yeah, it's just like, what's going on in there? Y'all just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks? That's quite literally what y'all are doing.
What's even more confusing about it is how like aware they are, or where they're like, oh yeah, we know that the music isn't that great. I'm like, okay, so you're gonna do something about it. They're like, yeah, we're gonna end our contract with them. And we're like, okay, well, it's been some months since you said that, and they're still making music. So
you just buried Finn with them.
God,
good job.
That's not all. They just buried 2 more motherfuckers this week. So, that was pretty much it for NXT. There were some other things that went on. Ricky Saints had a match. It was great.
I need you to relax.
What?
Right? I need you to stop right fucking there.
What? What'd I do?
And then talking about how fucking Trick is the leader of Dark State.
Dude.
Dude. That nigga was out there with Femi and Javon. They didn't come down. They could have 4v3'd their ass and beat their ass, but they didn't. They stopped. Everywhere else, they always beat whoever's out there. Or they're backstage and they beat, but they never really hit up Trick. They get close to it. Real fishy. Trick all of a sudden going a little crazy, not liking people around him all the time, especially Javon. It's just like, man, like, bro was trying to help you out. He's trying to keep everybody together. Y'all motherfuckers just going crazy out here. And it's just like, yeah, he's definitely the leader. Because they're literally all 4 corners, and they were just like, we're gonna stand right here. We're just gonna watch.
I did not put 2 and 2 together like that. You're right. I was gonna be the only thing that happened on NXT the rest of the night that I was gonna bring up noteworthy was the fact that they had the NXT Underground and Trick beat the fuck out of Eddie Thorpe, which probably the only underground match I've ever really liked in the past few months. And then yeah, I saw that. I didn't like it at all. What happened? And now that you're saying that, I'm like, okay.
Bro's gonna terrorize NXT now.
That'd be kind of tight.
And I gotta say, having the token white guy in the group, bro should not have talked during that promo.
Nope.
And it was like the first 3 obviously black dudes. They did perfectly fine. It was like, okay, these motherfuckers are they sound good when they talk, and that's like 90% of the job is you got to talk good. And then he comes in just sounding like a generic voiceover 1 guy, and you're just like, ah, shut him up.
And said Dan Smith, BYU. We're like, who?
It was just just like, he fucked it up. He fucked the game up, bro.
Oh, God
damn.
Horrible. Yeah, I totally agree. I noticed that too. I think one of them, by the way, out of the four is the nerdy wrestler, the guy who would wear the glasses to the ring and take them off before he got in there. The guy who was doing stuff with Adonis like a couple weeks ago, or like a month or so ago. I'm like, it looks exactly like him. So I'm pretty sure it is him, which would still work. It's fine. But so this passing Wednesday, AEW Dynamite, I went. They were in Omaha for the first time. It fucking blizzard that day. It literally all week prior. It's been sunny weather here. It's been springing, and then you see on the weather report come like Friday, it's like Wednesday's gonna be a lot of snow. And we're like, how? Fucking, it's like literally 70 degrees outside. Like, you know, in that time, it's like, nope, it's gonna snow. And we were all like, nah, it's just some bullshit. Like it's just gonna go over. Nope, blizzard like a motherfucker. Like
the North remembers.
Dude,
as a man from Chicago, I told you this was a possibility to happen at any given time during the spring. Y'all will just get fucked up and nobody will know what to do about it.
It was crazy, dude. And it was bad. It was like all dusty snow too. It was real fucking wet and like, oh man, it was a lot. I was like, but unlike my coworker who has a big ass truck, apparently he couldn't get out of the snow, but I could. So I made it to the show with my little car, and I appreciate them multiple times at the show, like letting us know, like, thank you for coming even through a blizzard. That's awesome of you guys. So here's a couple takeaways from being at a live AEW show. One, I think there is obviously in the wrestling community and this online discourse, there's a lot of people who like shit on AEW crowds too, and like the community. And I will say from firsthand, that's all online discourse. Everybody there was, I'm sure it's case by case. I'm sure you go to like an event where some drunk asshole fucks up, but you can get that anywhere. Everybody there was super cool, very polite. Everybody had a lot of fun. Nobody was arguing. Nobody was like, you know, like doing like passive chants or like saying shit, and like nobody was being mean to the wrestlers or nothing. Like it was very chill the whole way through. Something that I even, you know, kind of was projecting onto them. I was like, I don't want to wear my WWE stuff because I don't want somebody to be like, dude, what the fuck you doing with that? And I'd be like, dude, I'm just wearing a wrestling shirt. I got there and there's a bunch of people wearing WWE stuff. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I could have worn my shirts. And I'm like, yeah. And like, it's essentially just being like, yeah, man, it's cool. We actually like all wrestling. And I'm like, now ask Twitter. They think you guys hate us. So that was very nice to like experience that firsthand. The entire night of matches, incredible. Good stuff. We didn't get to see, apparently there was going to be more people, but Kenny Omega couldn't make it because of the storm. The not Street Profits, fucking the Hurt Syndicate couldn't make it because
Wow. Confusing black people now, Joe? Jesus fucking Christ, man. What's your problem? What the fuck was that? We don't all look alike, dog. Like, Jesus Christ, man. How dare you?
I mean, a lot of them
my voice just cracked. But
a lot of them in these factions all have a lot of the same style haircut or bald. So, yeah, I mean, but no, yeah.
Bald!
Hurt Syndicate couldn't make it because of the storm. A lot of them couldn't make it because of the storm, apparently. But got to see Ospreay. Got to do the Ospreay chant. I don't even know who Will Ospreay was going against, but he put on a fucking banger of a match. And I will to like really like wrap it all up and like, you know, because I could talk about like, oh, the matches were great and this and that. The two things that stood out to me the most were that night. One, it was because of a blizzard, but they filmed an early match for Collision, and they were like telling everybody like, hey, they were coming over to people in my section. I was a corner. I was just one section over from like camera side, and they're coming over to people in my section. And they're going like, hey, we're gonna move you over there if that's okay. Okay, if you go over to those seats over there, you don't have to pay for anything. We can move you back if you want. You'll go over there. You'll be on TV. And I'm like, oh, they're putting people camera side because there's not enough people in the seats. And I'm like, hey, that's business. But I thought that was funny because I'm like, people like to shit on the AEW crowds and be like, it's never filled. And I'm like, dude, there was a blizzard. I'm sure there would have been more people. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was funny that they had to do that, fill in seats and give people free upgrades and stuff. But dude, we talk a lot about Rhea. We talk about, I think my new favorite female wrestler of all time right now. It's timeless Toni Storm, and she'll rip your fucking tits off.
Yep. Shout out to WWE completely fumbling that.
100%. I'm about an hour into a 2.5 hour fan made like documentary, The Hollywood Story of Timeless Toni Storm and Mariah May. It's truly cinema. It's truly like, I recommend anybody to go watch this, because watching everything from the beginning from them to see it like towards the end of this build, talk about long form storytelling. That's good shit. And when she was there that night, I was a little bummed she didn't wrestle. She came out, she did commentary, and everybody in the crowd like chanted for Toni Storm and all this stuff. Apparently Bill's a production guy we all chant for at AEW. We all love Bill. But yeah, they had the match between, I cannot remember the two girls' names. Fuck. That sucks. I can't remember their names.
I was about to say, don't ask me.
No, yeah.
I just canceled my Max subscription.
Hey. I'm very happy that I got to see an actual good cope match. That was cool. Got to see and it was crazy to see Edge. A funny thing for, if you saw it live, I don't know, or like if you saw it on TV, I don't know how it went down there, but it started with them fighting out in like the garage area. So we didn't get an entrance. And that kind of, there was people booing in the crowd because they wanted to hear the song, and they wanted to hear Edge's song. And I was like, I get it. So they have a crazy match. Edge brings out Spike, and I'm like, oh, this fucking thing. He hits Mox in the stomach with the spikes first. I'm like, yo, no way. Everybody in the crowd, we were all like, no shot, he just did that. Hits him on the back with the spikes. We're like, oh my god, he's fucking direct hitting his ass. Suplexing Mox onto the spike, and then the spike sticking into fucking Mox's back. You sick fuck. Like, we were losing our shit in there. What an incredible spot. Mox is literally a madman, and I can see why people don't want to wrestle with him. I could see why. He's like, brother, let's go out there and fucking cut each other. And they're like, can we just have a one-on-one? Nah.
No, fuck that, pussy.
Yeah. He's like, we're going to break beer bottles over each other's head. Oh, fake ones? Dude, what? No.
There's fake ones?
He's going over to Tony. Tony, there's fake ones? Just keep doing the real ones.
Yeah. Why didn't anybody tell me? Well, we tried to tell you, and then you hit somebody with the bottle. So
yeah,
kind of just couldn't do anything about it.
What's funny about the spike hit too is that like you know there's gimmick barbed wire, there's gimmick stuff they do to make the things that look real like fake.
Actual nails.
Actual motherfucking nails penetrated Mox's back. The ref and the other guy from his faction had to like work to get it off of him because it was stuck in there.
Put some respect on Wheeler Yuta.
Thank you. I don't know his name.
Yeah,
Yuta. Oh shit. Yeah, so incredible. And then after and they also have this incredible Willow Nightingale comes. I fucking love Willow Nightingale.
She's the only other woman on that show besides Toni that I watch her matches. Like if they pop up like on social media, I'm stopping whatever I'm doing and I'm watching Willow matches because they're always fucking great. They're hilarious because it's like you kind of like probably like a casual would come in and be like, oh, okay, whatever, just another big girl. And she's gonna be like, nope. Don't you dare compare her to Nia. Fucking so wrong.
And she
got to put on a motherfucking show.
She came out on Wednesday looking cute as fuck. Skirt with like a little crochet little like cardigan thing on. She just came out looking casual. Fucking did a dive off the side of the apron, did a little cannonball off the side of the apron. I was like, fuck yeah, awesome. And then
she's fucking amazing.
Great. And they had FTR come out to help him. It was pretty cool. Mox and Edge came up into my section and I was like, that's wild. I'm literally like 3 to 5 feet away from Edge and Jon Moxley. It's crazy.
Let me get some sweat.
Bro, they do a shot after Mox is like up, he's in the table and shit, and his chest. Oh my god, that man is so sweaty, and it's because he's got tons of chest hair. It was so gross. I hated it.
It's like that scene from Meet the Fockers.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that.
Just mouth open, just terribleness.
Gross. Shit. Yeah. Fucking A. So anyway, the match ends after all this stuff. Cope fucking loses because, you know, Christian's still fucking with him. The hierarchy or the patriarchy's fucking with him right now. So Cope.
Maybe his father's dead.
Edge's father's dead, so it's Christian's like, now I must come in now. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
All right, fair enough. Well, the match, John Moxley goes off, Edge is down, you know, everybody's cheering, they're like, fucking thank you, Edge, because Man's is gonna retire at some point, and we're all just happy that we got to see him, I guess. But there's people behind me and throughout the crowd going, play the song! Play the fucking song! And they put, he puts his arms over Willow and FTR, and they're dragging him out, and eventually, on this day, and the crowd loses their, and we all start singing, and Edge, drops kayfabe, and he's like, all right, he just stood there and like let us sing to him, and I was like, this is fucking awesome. So I think they already went off air at that point, or like, kind of went to commercial, but yeah, we all got to hear the song and sing the song for Edge. It was pretty cool. Toni Storm cuts a mean promo at the end where whoever the bitch was that won, that's her number one contender, she comes into the ring, fucking, she wraps her hands up with the tape, chucks it into the crowd. She goes in there, starts fucking putting on a Donnybrook with this bitch.
And your body quake, and I will leave with this strap on
And I'm Toni Storm, I'll rip your tits off. I'm like, dude, she's just the best.
Getting away with murder with words.
Yep. 100%.
As soon as she said strap on, I was just like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even get mad at her saying that because she's talking about the belt, but not talking about the belt. God damn 47.
And in the commentary too, I like it. She says it, she mentions it in the promo too, but on the commentary and during the match, she's talking about, she's like, these are some big women. Oh, she's getting all excited. And I'm like, oh my God. She's like, yes, they are. They're so strong, aren't they?
It's like this would be the time for her to go over to AEW. Damn. Go to WWE. There's plenty of big women for her to fangirl over.
Yeah. You
got Rhea, you got Bianca. I don't think her and Jade ever had a match in AEW, which is crazy.
Bruv. On commentary.
You got
sorry, go ahead.
We got Raquel.
Mm-hmm.
We got Nia. Tiffany's tall. I'll give her that so she can make the list.
Fair enough.
I think that's it. So that's a lot for her to be slobbering on him about.
Yeah. And the list will go on too. I mean, bro, she literally on commentary said, "You know what I say? The bigger they are, the harder they come."
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Bitch, what you just? Tony Schiavone was like, "What the fuck did you just say?" You heard me, Tony.
It's like she's literally just saying shit to see what she can get away with.
Yeah. For real. She's like, no, you didn't cut on that one? Wow. I literally said come, but okay.
Either they cut it on that, or they definitely didn't cut it on a promo when she said it again.
Yeah. Ah, that's so funny. Toni Storm's the best. What a great night. I highly recommend going to see an AEW show. It was a lot of fun. Everything's cheap there because it's a cheap show. Do it. You'll have a great time. That being said, let's talk about Friday night in Italy. Smackdown. We already kind of mentioned a few things, like the tag team match with Jimmy and who was he? Was DP and against Drew and fucking what's his name? Who was the other fucking person? Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Great match. I'm literally watching Jimmy do the jump right now. I'm gonna just watch him outdo his brother real quick. Yeah, he just went. He cleared that shit so easy. Fucking dapping up DP over it. But the big talk on that match is Drew fucking on site with DP at the end. He's fucking on top of him. I told you every time I see you, I'm going to beat your ass. I'm going to, and then DP grabbing him. I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill you. And I'm like, that. Now we're getting some
like
real
that,
heat.
They didn't even make what's his name? Fuck. Not Damien. Drew. Drew didn't even make it down the ramp while his music was playing. Damien just already started fucking running at him, and they that's how everything started.
Yep. So good. I like
I love how everyone, including you, complaining. They're like, this match between him and Damien shouldn't happen at WrestleMania, and they're just like, shut the fuck up. Watch this shit. This is how you build. I don't know what y'all doing with y'all title matches this WrestleMania, but this is how you build.
This is a build. Well, guilty of that for sure. But I trust Drew. I just knew Drew didn't like it, and I just was worried if Drew wasn't in it, then it wouldn't be a good program. But Drew's a businessman, and he's making it business.
Nah, he'll make it business. He's doing what he's been doing for the past 6 years, making it personal. Real fucking personal.
That's true. Zelina Vega, Piper Niven. Dude, I mean, like
it was one of those matches where just like, unfortunately, somebody has to lose. Because it's like, this is Zelina's first fucking match on SmackDown, and y'all just like, Piper hasn't won in a couple months.
Yeah, well, not only was it Zelina's first match on SmackDown, you guys also decided, let's not only book her to lose, let's fucking destroy her theme song. Let's give her a random theme song. She came out, not a single soul knew who was coming out. It's Italy. If you would have played All Hail Queen Zelina, then you would have been like, everybody would have lost their mind. They would have, freaked out. Instead, just some random generic shit played, and then we saw the graphic Zelina Vega, and we were like, oh, okay. And I bet fucking money it's because of Charlotte. I bet any amount of money Charlotte was like, no, she can't have like a similar thing like me and her song. And it's like, okay.
She needs to go.
She does. To switch from that to go into the Tiffany and Charlotte segment, I want to hit Charlotte in the face. And it's not good heat. It's disrespectful. You can tell she's going off cuff and interrupting Tiffy. And I'm like, yo, stick to the script, bitch. Stop fucking around right now. Like, you're being stupid. You're being cocky, and you're taking advantage of somebody who's trying to follow the rules right now. Fuck you, dude. What a bitch. What a John Cena move to make.
Yeah, when the second she opened her mouth, I was just like, all right, I already don't want you to talk anymore.
Yeah. Oh, I hated that.
And like, she really she can't try to be a heel like when people actually don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, you don't deserve to be here. You don't need to be here. Get out. Leave, please.
Yeah, you're literally
lose the key.
You are literally the epitome of fucking like Hulk Hogan right now. Like, you're just literally the epitome of like a shitty old wrestler who is just gonna stomp and shit all over the young one who's doing well just because you know how to do things a little bit better than them, and you're gonna take advantage of them. And you're disgusting. I don't like you.
Yeah, she gotta go for multiple reasons.
Charlotte,
besides people not liking her, and then again, I'm gonna keep bringing this fucking leg shit up until it's done and it's over with, because she really should not be in the fucking ring.
Yeah.
And I don't analyze matches at all for any reason, because I'm like, fuck, you already gave you my time. I watched it. But it's like, anytime I do see her wrestle, I'm looking at that leg and I'm just like, still didn't bend it. You did a lot of shit with Tiffany last week when y'all were fighting around the arena and the ring and shit, and going to the entrance gate and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's like, y'all realize if one thing goes wrong that's not really in your control, and that leg fucks up again, there goes your main event. Y'all ain't finna make her just wrestle on that, even though she's wrestling on it now. It's just like, bro, she came back too soon. The perfect time would have been, as much as I wouldn't have liked it, because it would have been a CM Punk moment of War Games last year. She should have came out to whoever won their match at WrestleMania. Just come out then.
Yeah. That
would have been better, because it's just like, all right, cool. Like, this kind of makes sense. This is on brand for you, because this is what you do. You're fucking 14-time champion because your dad. GG's. Because that shit still blows my mind. It's like, what do you mean 14 time? It's like, she's been in the company that fucking long? It's like, I know I stopped watching wrestling,
Yeah.
but 14?
14.
The fuck?
Just kept winning. Just kept
and nobody liked it.
Nope. Yeah.
They didn't like it from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh, shit. She's next to John Cena. She's like, me too, John. Me too. And he's like, shut the fuck up.
Damn, you gotta mush her face. Just hit her with the Sheamus. She's like, no.
Not you. Yeah. Another victim to the other victim we've been alluding to getting their music stripped and just ruined. The Street Profits. Man, that music's only been working forever. That music's only been hitting with the crowd forever. And they're like, cool. Now they have the titles. They're coming out in Italy. We get to celebrate with the titles in Italy with the song. Here we go. Who the fuck's coming out? Who is that? That's the Street Profits? That ain't their song. Horrible.
Yeah, I blame Triple H for that.
I also blame Triple H for that.
Anything bad that happens to them, I'm just gonna blame him off for it now.
Right? Because it's like, how do you fumble that part? Like, the only thing you were fumbling with them is not giving them the titles. You give them the titles, and it's like, it's almost as if he's like, I have to do something with you guys every time. I don't know why. I just can't help it.
Oh, we know why.
Yeah. The Street Profits do win, though, in a tag team match against Legado del Fantasma. And it was kind of really a nothing match, just them to like have a match to compete in. And then they're going against Yes Boy. And now we're just in this cycle again of we're just going to go against all the same tag teams on the roster.
Yeah, but this time Street Profits are actually winning. They're not going to get fucked over by anybody.
Yes. So
it's fine. It's refreshing. They had, I think it was Montez. Montez said something about them before that match started. About Pretty Deadly. And I want to, for some reason, say it was something about being like them being fat or something. And I can't remember because it was just such an offhand comment for him to say it. And I was just like, okay.
I don't remember that, but that is funny though to say. Everybody's still wondering, are they heels or are they babyface? I'm like, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't. The Jacob Fatu, Braun Strowman match that ended with Jacob Fatu getting a DQ because fucking Solo is an idiot. But shouts out to the crowd where Jacob Fatu is just so over everywhere he goes. Hitting him with the ole ole, Fatu was crazy. Even Jacob was like looking around. He was like, hey, yeah. Well, I mean, he didn't do that, but I'm sure Tama Tonga was over there going, yeah. But now we get a Braun Strowman LA Knight US title match.
Ain't nobody asked for that.
Really,
but it's alright. He needs something to do because they already unnecessarily, but kind of necessarily buried Shinsuke. They just took him completely out of that storyline between them.
Yep.
For basically no reason. And it's just like, oh, okay. What do you call it? Because apparently he didn't renew his contract and he's supposed to be leaving, so that's why everything's going on. And I'm like, I don't blame him. I was like, I'd rather fucking retire at home more than anything.
Yeah, for sure. I don't blame him for that. And yeah, it's very clear and evident. Like he is an afterthought in all of these moments, and it's like, okay, well, that's not his fault. That's their fault. In this Braun and LA Knight match, like sit there and tell me it's not going to end in Jacob Fatu and the Bloodline jumping Braun Strowman, thus giving LA Knight the DQ win. Like, 100% is what's going to happen.
Everybody stays involved.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, Jacob Fatu throwing a humongous fit backstage afterwards was great. Just literally throwing everything around. Calm down. Calm down. Is this calm? Is this calm?
Yeah, it'll be great once he breaks away from the group.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you can literally put him everywhere. And it's great because they did pretty much put all the feelers out, having them going on like all 3 shows, really, and always getting a pop whenever he has a stare down with somebody. And it's just like, you can literally do whatever you want with this man. It's going to be great. Like, you don't have to worry.
money everywhere with this guy.
Yeah.
What was it? Then we had the dude again. We talked about it earlier. Again, just Liv is just so over. She just she just has this match, and I forget, was it a tag? It was a tag team. I don't even know what happened because Bianca.
No, it was a singles match. It was just Liv versus
versus
Jade.
Sorry, Jade. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. And then Naomi came out and
yeah, and recreated the meme, made her profile picture again. It's just like, whew, man, she is killing it. Y'all are killing it on all fronts. It's not just oh, hey, look, kayfabe. It's, oh, this spilled over into social media. This is great.
Shouts out the fans who made the Mona Livsa, and Liv took a photo with it with the fans. That was awesome. And I mean, it's a moment that should be replayed. And I don't care if it's so simple. Her in the middle of the match with Jade, going over, grabbing her title, and then just going over to each side of the ropes, just being like, and the crowd loving it. They're like, I'm like, bro, Jade, if you thought you was hot shit, you ain't nothing compared to that little white girl on the ropes right now. Fucking that little white, if you did that, they'd be like, yeah, but she's over there, and they're like, fuck yeah, dude, that's our bitch.
Yeah, Liv has been doing great.
Mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate that it's just taking everybody this long because everyone just wants to see her as that annoying ass little girl. But it's like, nah. Everyone's like, Rhea carried fucking the women's division. No, she didn't. It was Liv.
You could say she did while Liv was out. You could say that. But
yeah, and even then, it really wasn't because she wasn't doing shit with that title.
Yeah, I mean, and also Becky was still around at that time too. So I'm like, well, it was really her and Becky, carrying it. It's official. KO versus Randy at WrestleMania 41. KO coming out trying to do some whole, Randy, you don't want to be that guy. He says it. He's like, you don't want to be 09 Randy. You're not that guy anymore. You've shown growth since then, and I know you're not
that guy, pal.
You're not that guy. You're not the guy who wants to kick people's heads off. And Randy was like, doggy, you don't fucking know me. Who the fuck you talking to right now?
You don't know me. You don't know my life.
He's already buzz cut, but he starts buzz cutting his hair again for no reason. But yeah, he told him. He said, I'm going to kick your freaking head off your shoulders at WrestleMania. I'm like, oh, he's gonna do it.
Oh boy, he coming.
So that's going to be pretty epic. I'm pretty excited for that. And their build for the next few weeks will be easy because KO knows how to do it. KO's like, dude, I can 6 weeks build, whatever you fucking want. I don't care. I'll make it work. Let me cut some promos in my car. I got it. I'll go to Randy's house. I don't care.
A little off topic. I think it was the Brussels show that they did it. Like they were loud as shit when Randy came out.
Mm-hmm.
And Randy was like, he was saying the crowd almost drowned out the voices, and he's like, almost. And then fucking Miles tweets. He retweets his retweet saying, I almost heard the voices too. Almost. And it's like, you and these fucking deaf jokes, bro. You're killing it right now.
Dude. He's deaf Randy Orton, bro. He's literally deaf.
Yeah, he just inserted himself into that. And it's just like, that's great.
When I look at the way the night went for Friday, it went Liv versus Jade, promos, then ends the night with Roman, Seth, CM Punk. Should have went the opposite way around. Should have went off the air with the Jade, Naomi, Liv thing, in my opinion, because fuck that whole segment between Punk and Rollins and Roman. It was a fucking nothing segment. It made me so upset. Those are three masters on the microphone. Roman came out, talked a little bit. Seth came out and said, it's always been about me and you. It's always been about us, hasn't it? And, Punk's just an afterthought. And Punk comes out, has a great time where he's like, yo, Big Chief, Grimace. Neither of you have ever beat me without each other's help. I'm like, that's bars. And then they just brawl. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool to have a brawl and all, but like, dude, we've been waiting all night for this shit.
It was just an aura off. That's it.
I guess so. CM Punk won. You're asking me. He did businessman, so he stood above them all, pointed down at them. I mean, hit him with the bangers and then immediately went to fight.
Somebody took a screenshot of when he hit Roman with the mic. And he was just like, remember, he told Cody he'd stab him in the front because he's his friend. So he's like, so he hates this motherfucker right here. And he's willingly about to hit him. He hit him in the back. He actually backstabbed.
Fuck yeah, fuck that guy. That's funny. And then Punk has a dark match with Gunther afterwards, and I'm like, what the fuck? I think that was on Monday, but still.
Yeah, it's the whole dark match thing got weird when somebody uploaded that Dom and Cody match that they had last week. So it's just like, is this the new thing y'all are gonna start doing now? Y'all just uploading dark matches and shit. And it's even weirder because it was the actual, that like that middle camera that they have usually. Like that, like it looked like it was just fixed. Like there was like it wasn't like someone recorded it like on their phone or anything. Like it looked like somebody like in production just threw the shit on the internet and just left it.
Yeah.
So like the commentary wasn't there. Like you didn't hear shit. They were doing stuff with the crowd and stuff, and it was just like, this is weird. But I get it kind of because y'all are supposedly stopping the house shows and shit.
Yeah, so they say. Yeah.
Kind of fucked.
Well, we'll see how true that is, because again, they like to say things, and who knows if they're gonna fucking do it. I don't know.
I don't know, man. With the way these prices go on for these tickets and shit for pay-per-view matches, well, pay-per-view events, and also that random ass $25K to have dinner with John Cena. Like, who the fuck is paying for this shit? And it was just like, yeah, wrestling, WWE for that matter, is no longer for the working class. They are trying to make that into like that's a rich man's thing now. And it's just like, this is gonna be awful for y'all guys because y'all are just trying to make money.
Yep. Yeah.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, all the rich people up front, all the working class people, nosebleeds for you. Nosebleeds, if you can afford them.
Yeah, and it's like, even that's gonna cost y'all.
Uh-huh. Fix it, WWE. They'll never fix it.
It ain't even them to blame. It's TKO.
That's true. Yeah, that is actually true. It's funny in comparison. What makes I think at this point, what will help AEW's attendance is like how accessible their shows are for like ticket prices. And for the first time, I've heard a fan say this next to me, like at one of these shows that didn't sound delusional because it wasn't a WWE one. There was a girl that was like in the corner spot where the wrestlers come around, that like popular corner spot at the very end of the ramp at any wrestling show. So that means they're pretty much always going to see you on camera. The wrestler's always going to interact with you. And there was this girl down there who had and she was interacting with all the wrestlers in such a good way. Like Ricochet came out, he walked by and he was doing his flexing and everything. And she was like, he looked at her and she went, oh, and just stared at him. And he was like, fuck you, bitch.
I look at her too, like, oh, damn.
So she was...
Honestly, he should have just laughed. He should have did his laugh in her face.
And yes, people at the crowd were chanting that he's bald.
Side note to that, the whole bald thing, when he was doing the Chris Jericho cruise, I can't really say he's a friend. I got a couple times when I worked at the store, but he was there and they started chanting bald, and bro pulled a wig out.
Hell yeah.
So they couldn't chant bald anymore.
That's so good. They put him in a match on Dynamite. That was the opening match, and it was so good. It was freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, and then it was it was him. It was Ricochet. Some dude from the Don Callis family that I don't fucking know, but he was a beast. He was so good. Wish I could remember his name, but he was this big guy, and he was really fucking good. He was suplexing motherfuckers like nothing, and he was really impressing the crowd. Like, he's supposed to be the heel.
The black dude?
No, it's a burly white looking dude. I wish I knew what his name was. He kind of looks like...
it would be Wardlow, but I think he's part of the Undisputed shit still. I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know if he's been on TV for a while, so...
I'm not too sure either. But no, this is not him. He's more of a chubby looking guy too. But either way, but my point of like saying that match was like there was another. The fourth guy was a guy that like I've seen on AEW like twice now. I think he's newer to AEW. Dude, the crowd fucking loves this guy, Speedball Mike Perry. People.
Oh yeah, he's from TNA.
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, people.
He did TNA and like the indie stuff, and then he recently signed with them. So yeah, he already had a fan base before he got there, which is good.
That makes sense. Yeah, like I said, it was my second time ever seeing him. I saw him on the prior week episode, and then I saw him live, and I was like, I thought it was like, Speedball's gonna come out. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, he got the big Orange Cassidy got the biggest pop, but he was right there. Ricochet got the third least pop because everybody hates Don Callis, so him and the other guy did not get a pop. Fuck. I don't know. I think that was it. I think that's it. Oh, bitch. Oh, the point I was making about all of this was that there was a fan next to me pointing down at the girl who was like yawning and Ricochet and like interacting with the wrestlers, and it's that corner spot, and he said to his like friends, he was like, we got to get tickets for that sometime, man. I bet that's so fun. And for the first time I was like, that doesn't sound like a delusional dream. Like, I bet those tickets for AEW are probably like maybe like $200 plus bucks, maybe a little bit more. But in WWE that'd be like $1,000 plus for those seats. So
yeah, actually, I've never thought about it until now. Those seats near the fucking entrance they have to be ass.
Oh yeah,
like the motherfuckers on the barricade walking down. Do y'all motherfuckers see the matches? Do y'all actually see, like, are y'all just breaking your necks looking up at the fucking jumbotrons all the time to watch stuff? It's like I feel like y'all are too far away, and the ropes definitely get in the way of y'all watching.
Because you're so low to the ground, and it's
you're at ground level.
That shit must suck.
It's gotta be awful.
No way. Put me up in just a few sections up there so I could see. That's what I want. Like I said, that spot,
ground shit is not okay, and same thing with nosebleeds. You got to get some shit like where you were was perfectly fine.
Yeah, that is my sweet spot for all wrestlers. That's where I kind of was in Smackdown. That's where I was for AEW, and that's where I'm going to be looking for anytime I go to like a wrestling event. I want that sweet corner spot right there, kind of on camera if they do it, not really, but also perfect spot where I'm not blocked by anything and I can see over the ropes into the ring. Perfect.
Yeah, I remember seeing a tweet last year. Somebody was at I think it was a TNA show, but they were doing it at the ECW place that they like that usual place they would do it.
Yeah.
And somebody had seats, and they had them like up above a little bit, but also like they could still see into the ring perfectly fine. And they were like, "Is this what I should have been paying for this whole time?" And somebody's like, "Oh, somebody figured it out finally. You don't need to be fucking down there on the floor to be watching these matches." It's just like, yeah, because why would you do that? It's just like the movie theater. Why would you want to sit at the very front?
Oh my god, that's psycho shit. Yeah, they should just get rid of those seats. Like, why are those there?
The only thing that was good about it, and I don't know if any other movie companies did it, movie theater companies, but at least AMC, they made those the recline seats.
Yeah.
So then you could actually see the fucking screen. And I remember probably the last time I went to the movies with my mom, it was for Bourne Ultimatum. And she bought the tickets and she bought front row. And I was just like, I should say something. But I'm like, nah, this will be a teachable lesson. We're watching that damn movie. We get out. She's just like, yeah, I brought the wrong tickets. I was like, yeah, I figured that was a lesson I was going to just let you learn because just so you know in the future, don't do that. It's not good. Especially for an action movie, bro.
Sounds like a good idea in theory, but it is not.
Yeah, you breaking your neck watching, especially with an action movie, because you just fucking looking crazy.
Walking out the movie theater like this, you're like, well, my posture's really good now, I can tell you that much.
Yep, I'm getting all the oxygen.
Oh, fuck. All right. Okay. What'd I say? I said it was going to be a long one. It was. But it's a fun one. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Hit us up. Talk some wrestling. We'll see you guys next week with some more Wrestle Talk. Bye, everybody.
Peace.